Igbo mụ na-ege ntị, anyị ekenekwu n'ọzọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke tata. Tata bụ 13th of February 2024. Anyị sị na ya duru ncheri na mma na ya bara onye Igbo. Eziokwu na ihe nwe ka ọ dị, mana anyị bụ ndị Igbo, anyị mefiri ya. Ndị Biafra ga na-aga n'elu maka na ige ntị oge agha enwere ihe nyere anyị, mana anyị kwudoro. So n'owe Chukwuoke abịa makwa anyị n'azụ. Chukwuoke abịa makwa anyị n'azụ. N'obere ihe ọbụla anyị na-eme na anyị ga na-aga n'elu, and ife anyị ga-enye ụmụ anyị ama nke anyị. Otu anyị kwuru otu aka ya dịrịrị. Ise. Dịka anyị si kwuo nkwa, anyị ga na-ewetara unu daily update n'ilu akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị nke taa bụ 13th of February. Ya bụ onye nke anyị bụ Major Prophet were nnukwu ihe ọ drọpụ n'ilu akwụkwọ a gbasịta maka egwu echenjigo. So mma chọkwa unu ya bụ ife unu ga-esi unu tinyere anyị kọmentị unu na comment section below, and also imetụkwa aka na that share button, share ya ka ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ wee mee gịnị wee nukwu ya. Alright, over to you, sir.
What's the meaning of this? And this is why I see people now claiming different kind of origin. And some say that I'm not a Nigerian, I'm a Oduduwa. Some say that I'm a Biafra. Some say that I'm Arewa, and too many things like that. And the people in the north begin to clamor for what's called the vision of this country in the full force. With all full force, with all meetings and every meeting together. I was thinking that it is agitators that want this country divided. I never know that politicians, governors can gather themselves and begin to talk about dividing the country. Why would the governors do this? What's the reason for this? Why are they taking this route? Are we not no more one Nigeria anymore? What's going on here? Why are they talking about now having their own separate currency, having their separate? Why are they introducing another currency in Nigeria? What happened to Naira? What happened to Naira? Have I ever seen a country where you now begin to use two currency at a go? What's happening in the north? What's happening right there in the north? Why is the governors bringing ideas of a separate currency? I don't know the reason for this. Because the North is said to introduce their own currency. What's the meaning of this? Who's going to use this currency? And what are they going to use this currency for? Major Prophet of God is a prophet that can look in the realm of the spirit and enter into the spiritual world and see the intent of people's heart, especially when people are discussing something in their heart before they now propose it in the realm of the physical. The major prophet of God will go straight away to the heart of man and pick out what is there, because I am a servant of the Most High God who made the heaven and earth. And as a prophet is not limited to entering into people's heart. A prophet is also entitled to penetrate the heart of man and bring out what is there in their heart. Because I'm seeing what's called a group of people in the north, and also governors are aware of this, and their hands are there to now produce what's called the northern region currency. Marakatoshida, Brakatasunta Kaparada, Briska Fantoskopata. And I begin to look at this currency, and I begin to see a currency designed. And I look at the design, and I'm seeing what's called cow there. I'm seeing what's called agricultural design there. And I'm seeing what's called Arabic language right there in the currency. And I see the people of the north now begin to introduce to themselves what's called the northern currency. What's the meaning of this, and what's going on here? What's happening here? Major Prophet of God, am I asking who, and who will ask me? What is this all about? Who I go ask? If you ask me, now who I go ask? Who will I ask this very thing that I'm seeing in the realm of the spirit? Because the realm of the spirit is the place where everything now can begin to now digest for the people of the physical to be able to understand what's going on. Who is leading this very division that I'm seeing, the realm of the spirit? And why are we no more the one Nigeria? Are we not in support of this government? We need to support and do our best to continue to go, because this is the government that everybody have accepted. We have to move on with this. We have to continue with this, and wherever it takes us, we go there. Crash, we crash. Live, we live. Die, we die. Whatever it is, let us continue with this, because it is what all have accepted. We must continue with this. Why creating a different currency? I was thinking the people that was talking about division, I was thinking it is the people of Biafra, and I was looking at the people of Biafra, but all of a sudden the people of Biafra are innocent of this. We need to pray, because this currency will be introduced any moment from now in the realm of the physical. And I begin to ask myself, what's the reason for this? Because major prophet of God cannot prophesy what I don't see, because I'm not a prophet that begin to go by human mind or by human thinking, because before things begin to happen in the realm of the physical, major prophet of God will go to straight away to the spiritual world and bring it to the physical. You may not believe it, you may not like it, you may not accept it, but this is what is real, because this is what is also going to introduce what's called several banks, and I see what's called new banks to be registered in Nigeria. New bank. What's the new bank all about? What's this bank coming for? And they said this is what called Northern Bank of Nigeria. Is it going to be like a central bank, or what's going to be? I don't know. Major prophet of God, I don't know. It is what I see reaching the spiritual world that I begin to now interpret in the physical realm, because I know that the spiritual world, we connote what is really written there. They want to come to the physical realm for the world to see. Because finally, I see what's called the Asorok, the Lagos state, moved from everything about federal capital territory, moved and bring back to Lagos state. We need to pray this prayer because it's very important. As a major prophet of God, I will not say anything that I'm not seeing in the spiritual world, because the spiritual world is a place where displays are made, and the people that matter begin to now raise alarm. People that matter begin to raise alarm. And I see the president need to pray, because there will be a lot of accusations. They will accuse the president of so many things. They will accuse the president of betrayal. They will accuse the president of so many things. And they will move into what's called coup, being planned to execute. This was called coup, being planned to execute. And a lot of accusation. We need to pray, because we know that this world and the country Nigeria needs what's called resuscitations. When a country is in a coma, in this what's called resuscitation, prayer and support, and this what's called life support to resuscitate the country, and pray the prayer that will now bring about the country to come back on their feet. But if need be, to bring that back, let it come back on his feet. If need not be, let the will of God be done on the face of the earth. Thy will, O Lord, must be done. The will of God alone must be done.
And the by negenti, Dalun Lineno, Kunisko, in a Sorani and Eme, no Posinketa. Unanuguni Ekuruni Rakupo, Unufokosi Aga, Unufokosi Eja. Oh, if na one them mother holding the mass in the can never stop this thing happening in Nigeria, rather than to release him. Once you release mass in the can, everything will be alright. The more you hold in the can, the more Nigeria is collapsing. And the only option is referendum. And the only referendum be able with the solution to all those things. So in the by woman again, Dalon Line Kunisko when so lie. Kefi Oliki Kubasta Makaya be fender nini no neighbor kuko. One night go ptagasi according to African Human People's Court's decisions. Not any Kefi Unuri Kubasta Makaya be neighbor kuko. Drop on and the Eastern is 24. Bobo Ebaisi when we tell you Kozia do Kemba. Ngwa ndị anụ niile na ụmụnne m, ka emesịa n'ụmụ Igbo.